Hey everybody, it's
Hey,
Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's Missing. Also brought to you by Illuminatically, think tank of the future. The sweet song is by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, now on Amazon. Also, Hayatan Music. Check out the latest at hayatanmusic.com. She's back by popular demand, the international Billboard charted EDM, dance music, singer, songwriter, powerhouse performer. We talked about Love Light Me Up. That was one of her powerhouse hits. Also, Bingo Baby, Hearts Up, Dance for Your Life, Dance You Gotta, Feel Your Fire, and Come to Get Me. She's been really prominent around the 80s or so and made a successful comeback. And she's taken it to a whole new level. And what is it? We'll find out just 1 minute live from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Miami. The amazing international Billboard charted EDM, dance music, singer, songwriter, powerhouse performer, previously with Love Light Me Up, and now she's got the love in her. Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, multi-talented Ashely Paul. Ashely, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
hey,
Thanks for joining us again.
thank you so much for having me. Wow, that's an incredible introduction. I hope I can live up to it.
Well, you gotta say one thing. You got Dance for Your Life. You dance, you gotta. So intro, you gotta when it comes to your music. So I don't know if I could top yours, but you've been doing it for quite some time, and you are international Billboard charting EDM, dance music, singer, songwriter, powerhouse performer. You start off with Come and Get Me back in the 80s, also Feel Your Fire. You had Love Light Me Up, which we talked about last, Bingo Baby, Hearts Up and more. And you've got what's called the Luv Foundation UK, reviving 90s dance nostalgia, and you're on the Summer of Pride. You've just been really busy. Before we talk about your latest, once again, very quickly, how'd you get started? Give us a recap.
It's been great. Well, the new resurgence or years ago?
Yeah. Just go way back. A quick recap on how you got started.
Oh, recap. Okay, so I was inspired by disco. Donna Summer. I had a touring show when I was a little kid, and I sang a lot of her tracks. Then I just went right into musical theater, even though I love Donna Summer, Olivia Newton-John, and Diana Ross, those ladies of the 70s when I was little. But musical theater was sort of more available, in my genre. So I went into that. And then when I was about 16, I was discovered by a producer named Joel Diamond, who sort of saw me in a cabaret show and picked me up and literally brought me to the studio and gave me When Boys Cry, written by Victoria Shaw and Peggy Stanziali. And it's just, it was my break. It was a huge blessing, and it's still a phenomenal song. We remixed it, and it went on the Billboard charts, and I had a crazy ride, and then it just kind of kept going from there in different ways, different countries, other songs. And I just kept going. And it was in 2020, I started writing dance music for the first time, because I'd always been writing poetry, and I had been a piano player when I was little. Nothing fantastic, just I played by ear. So I heard notes in my head, and so I was like, I can write. I can take my poetry and the notes that I hear, and I can put it together and make simple, beautiful, heartfelt ideas and messages, and then use my voice for it. And that was my goal. So when I came back, that's how I came back.
You certainly did. Of course, you got started with Come and Get Me. You also had Feel Your Fire. And of course, you had
Yeah.
the two big ones, which actually made a nice comeback, which is Dance for Your Life and Dance You Got. So those are big ones that have really made a nice comeback.
Thank you. So before Dance You Got It, we had one that was insane called Bingo Baby. Bingo Baby. I mean, that one was like #1 in Asia, Ireland. I mean, Australia, you name it. It was everywhere. I wrote that song with a boys band gentleman by the name of Richie Neville, who's very famous over in the UK. And we co-wrote it together, and that one just went crazy. Bingo Baby. I mean, it's a really fun tongue
Bingo
twisting
baby,
song.
bingo baby. Now you got me
Yeah.
hooked on it. Bingo baby, bingo baby.
It's just such a part, I don't know, it's just a happy song. And so then after that, I got with Luv Foundation, who are this brilliant Julian Napolitano and Mark Loverush. They are brilliant producers, and they make amazing tracks. And so we decided that our collaboration on their remix of Bingo Baby went so well, we would try tracks together. So we wrote a song called Hearts Up, which was like a very solid EDM piece. And I co-wrote that. They gave me the track, which I thought was brilliant. The layers and the instruments were brilliant. And I went into the studio with a really talented singer-songwriter named Lucas Marks, who has his own incredible career. And we wrote Hearts Up in the Air Tonight, you know? And it was actually really funny because I had the track from Luv Foundation. And I was going to LA to meet Lucas to write Hearts Up. I got on a plane and I felt like my heart breaking because I was just having a very emotional moment before we took off. You know, sometimes we do that. And I saw all these little hearts up in the air in the plane, and I thought, wow, if I could put all those hearts up, and they would come back to me, the universe would protect me. And I was actually thinking of my son, who I was leaving, and I leave him all the time, but it still rips my heart when I leave him. So, because I'm just a very sensitive person. So anyway, so that's where I wrote the hook for Hearts Up. I was like, Hearts Up in the Air, Hearts Up. And so then we wrote that. That came out, and that was like #1 in Ireland and #9, I think, on UK iTunes, and #2 on the pop charts in the UK. It went everywhere. It was really big, and it even hit iTunes #10 in the United States iTunes, which was
very nice, very nice.
So, and I'm very proud of that song. It was, I don't know what it is. You know, you have a baby. You love all your children.
Oh yeah, I've got 4 of them. I know what you mean. Of course, you know, we have a granddaughter on 4 legs. That's part of it too. So
right, the same thing. You love all your children, but there's just something special about Hearts Up. I just love it. Anyway, so then we decided it would be kind of a cool thing to do this 90s nostalgia movement, so to speak. And so we started listening to tracks from the 90s. They would rework them. And then I would go in the studio with Lucas and record and do new, fresh lyrics and fresh melodies. Because, you know, it's interesting. Some of these 2 tracks, Dance for Your Life and Dance You Gotta, they're so classic 90s originally. They don't have a lot of lyrics. You know, it's more dance and synth and then like a little bit of a hook. So we kind of updated it, made it more current and a twist of an EDM twist on it, and we added like more lyrics and more heartfelt messages on top of the track, which is, I think, why it's so powerful, you know, also. So, and yeah, Dance You Got It, just 29 today, it came out on the Music Week dance chart, so that I'm really excited about. And Dance for Your Life is actually on the legendary Stonebridge show on Sirius Radio right now.
Oh, nice.
He did a remix of it, and it's brilliant. I mean, what he did to it is brilliant. I have to say. So, and both those songs are just like doing really well. And I'm still listening to Hearts Up. But when I went to the Pride tour, I did a big Pride tour this summer in the UK, and I started in Carlisle, and then I went to Cumbria, then I went to Southampton, Morecambe. Glasgow is my favorite memory because
really, what's up with that? That sounds interesting.
I have to share this with you and your viewers. So when I went to Glasgow, I performed at Barrowland Ballroom, and that is such a classic venue. That is where David Bowie used to perform.
Oh my goodness, David Bowie of all people.
Yeah, and like when I got on that stage, I felt like there was magic in the air that night. And of all my videos, I think that's my favorite performance of watching my energy, you know, in that performance. And it was, I felt like I was in another, I mean, every performance is different, you know, but there was something unique about that night. You know, there was something extra, some extra pixie dust in the air.
And I'm sure David Bowie's smiling right now at Ziggy Stardust, not just pixie dust, but sprinkling a little Ziggy Stardust.
Oh my God, I love David Bowie. Don't get me started on the afterlife thing. I'm a little nuts.
No, no, no. We're not going that route. Don't worry about it. And
Okay.
also, I was going to ask you something too about we had you on with Love Light Me Up, and tell us how's that going so far.
I'm sorry, I didn't
How
understand
how
what the question.
how is Love Light Me Up going for you so far?
Oh, I didn't do it at every show this summer, because they wanted the more 90s style music. So my set, and then they wanted when boys cry. Everyone always wants me to start with boys cry, you know. But I did do it at a few places. And it's interesting, on social media, they announced my show in Southampton for Southampton Pride. And somebody said, "Oh, is Ashley going to do When Boys Cry?" And I was so flattered because I wasn't going to do it in Southampton, and then we added it to the set. But when someone says that, it's so flattering, when someone asks you for a song like that, And I opened in a place called Whitehaven. I did a huge show there where I opened for some really important music 90s stars who are even, not just 90s, but now. So the band named Blue, and they're incredible. And then Wickfield, who sang Saturday Night. And I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Catherine Ellis, who is a legend. She's just incredible. And I mean, D-Ream, I opened for D-Ream in Morecambe. That was incredible. I met so many amazing artists this summer, and everybody in the UK is so kind and collegial, and it was really just such a pleasure. Really, it's like a family, really.
Okay, and plus you touched upon the Luv Foundation UK reviving '90s dance nostalgia. A bit more about that with Ashely Paul, but first listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. It's powered by SoundGrab Studios. Visit online at soundgrabstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon, paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and even loved and enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Virgo's Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also coming soon to Amazon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson-Zia. Double the fun, double the action, double the suspense. Look for it on Amazon. Also, Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illumnifical, think tank of the future, brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system, generating more energy internally than it needs to function. The electricity can be used to run everything: homes, power grids, phones, laptops. The power source is renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerate. Visit facebook.com/Illumniptical. That's ELLUMENIPTICAL today. Also, Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, including 30 exquisite paintings in King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and his time as a shepherd where it started. Plus, it's complicated yet turbulent relationship with King Saul, the story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Hi-Tan Music, featuring the smash hit Baby Come Back, and new music coming soon. Check it out, hightanmusic.com. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Take us with you on any mobile device and subscribe to us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Spreaker, also BitChute, Rumble, and more as well, too. For great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast if you're interested in my merchandise. write to me, the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com, or leave a comment in the video or audio section. And for more great gift ideas, go to amazon.com/Mia Molson Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the amazing international Billboard charting EDM, dance music, singer, songwriter, powerhouse performer, Ashely Paul here on the Mike Wagner Show. And there is word that is something brand new is coming out. But first, talk more about the Luv Foundation UK, reviving 90s dance nostalgia, and a bit more about the foundation, how it got started, and everything else.
So Luv Foundation are, like I said, they're two guys who write together. They're producers, and they do original tracks and remix other tracks. And Mark Loverush and Julian Napolitano, and they are very well known in their own right. Mark Loverush produced for Bryan Adams, and Rough Loaders is the label that Julian Napolitano goes by on his own, and he has about 9 million streams on his own.
Wow.
Right. Really wild, yeah. So they are very big on the 90s, so that's why they wanted to start taking these tracks and using them, but reworking them and putting a new twist on them. And so that's sort of what we did. And then this summer, we went with a lot of the 90s acts all over the United Kingdom performing those tracks. And it's interesting because I think when you take the original track and you tweak it ever so slightly and you add new lyrics, a new hook, and a new vocal, it's so powerful, because you still have that nostalgia, in the background. But you still hear the old track a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, where do I know? You're like, it's a new song, but then you're like, where do I know this? But it's a new song. It's an interesting dynamic. So it's very powerful. And I love to write new lyrics. I'm all for covers. I think it's great when people when artists do covers. But personally, I have just a passion. I have many passions in my industry, performing, recording, chatting about what we do. But I love writing a fresh lyric, and it's so satisfying when you accomplish that. So it's been great for that reason too.
Mm-hmm. And so it does. You have a brighter future ahead as well too. Be working with Donna Giles too. That is what I am noticing. That's written. So you'd be working with Donna Giles.
So Donna Giles is, may she rest in peace, was a incredibly gifted singer, and she was an iconic drag queen in UK and New York, and probably all over. And she sang this cabaret version of "And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going," and we all know that song. Jennifer Hudson did that song. It's just so many people do it in a different way, and she does it in a very powerful kind of commanding way, not a typical R&B way. So what Luv Foundation wanted to do with this project is an interesting project. We're doing the song together, so it's very cool. So I recorded half the song with her original vocals.
Oh wow!
And they tweaked the original track. So she sings, and then I answer her. And then she sings and I answer her. And then we're actually right now in the engineering process where they're mixing our vocals together, because the climax part is very powerful. And so originally when we did the climax part, and I'm going to get very technical. Tell me if this is too much.
No, this is fine. We're learning something brand new. When you talked about her original vocals, your vocals, it made me think of that Unforgettable with the late Nat King Cole and Natalie. Made me think of it.
Same kind of idea, a tribute track to the person who is sadly passed on. So originally when I recorded it and they merged their vocals together, we were going to sing it together. And when everybody listened to it, they said, "Oh my God, together they sound like they're in a cat fight.
That's the last thing we need is a cat fight, unless you want to write about it's like dance about the cat fights and try to resolve with love.
Exactly, because it was like two powerful singers, singing at the same time. And so we came to the conclusion, or they came to the conclusion, it was better for us to answer each other. So then I went back into the studio and I redid the lines that I was doing to answer her. And so now they're putting it all together. Those are called the stems, they're my original vocals. They're putting that into the background track. And it'll probably be out, like, it was supposed to be out around World AIDS Day, but it'll probably be out a week later. We had a little bit of a delay, but it's going to be worth it. So, and it's totally a tribute to this incredible woman, Donna Giles, and it's going to be Donna Giles, Ashely Paul, Luv Foundation, because it's really a nod to her talent. It's like a respect, a tribute. So I call it a tribute track. So I'm really excited about that.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it too. And you got a number of foundations going on. It sounds like you're starting an Ashely Paul Foundation.
Let's start the Ashely Paul Foundation. But then in January, in February, I go into the studio, but I can't talk about it.
That's okay.
It's a big secret, but it's going to be fabulous when I tell you. So there's a co-write I'm doing, and it'll be in February. So that'll be really, really cool. And then Luv Foundation has another similar track, 90s revival kind of track for me, that they want me to write on and record. I think that we'll probably do in May. Yep. And I wrote a track with Melissa Manchester. I never put that out, called Whisper Surrender. It's so beautiful. And I have a track that I wrote with Damon Sharp called Ribbons. I also never put that out because, it's like there's only so many months in the year to put music out. You can't put it out every month, because you want to get people to pay attention. It's hard to put too much out at one time, So, and at the same time I have those, I want to keep writing because I love that too, And I think for me, the touring this summer was, I've done shows all over the world. However, I've never done a full, month, weekend to weekend tour like this before.
Oh my goodness.
And it was an incredible experience. It was a learning experience. It took me 3 weeks to unwind.
Oh my gosh.
Because the adrenaline, for somebody, performance, for me, you have to be 100% in shape, you have to be ready, you have to be on, and your mind, your ego has to be in a different place than the way your ego is when you're writing. It's just so different, and so going to do these shows, I held this adrenaline in from June to September. Does that make sense?
Correct. Yeah, it's like you got build it, you got build for season. Totally understand.
And then when it was over, and then at the end, my last show was incredible. It was called Derby Pride, and it was in Derby, and I opened for an incredible boys band named E17. They're phenomenal, very well known. And I said to Luv Foundation, Mark Lovers, I said, you know what, I'm so excited for Derby, but I kind of want to take my suitcase to Derby and go straight to Heathrow. because since Derby is my last show, I know when it's over, I am going to be exhausted, So, but what's funny is Derby was, maybe it's because it was the last show, but it was magical. It was a magical show. Backstage with a singer named Danielle Barnett from Urban Cookie. She was amazing. And a mistress of ceremonies named, I think her name's Soroya, beautiful, beautiful, talented woman in the UK, and E17 and a million other acts. If I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sorry. It's hard to remember everybody, but it was such a special day. But it was a great way to end it. end it like that, you know. But it's hard work. I mean, you know, you do your weekends. Sometimes during the week you have a rehearsal or you're recording something, and other than that, I would just sleep. I would just like sleep, go eat healthy, have a coffee, you know, and just go back to my place and just relax.
Hmm. I guess that's the best thing to do it to keep you for performance. And you talked about all these collaborations with so many artists and everything. What would be your ultimate collaboration and why?
My ultimate?
Ultimate with
Oh,
who, what, and everything like that. What would be your ultimate?
you know, it changes all the time, but I'm right with so many incredible people right now that I feel so blessed. Like Lucas Marks is the most talented writer I've ever, you know, had the privilege to sit with and write a song with. So that's an incredible gift for me, I have to say. And you know, getting the tracks from Luv Foundation and working with them has been incredible. If I had to go, because you never know what's coming next, right? You
Right.
know, we always grow and change and move, and I like to move around a lot. But at the same time, I'm so loyal that it's like I move around and then I make to decide and I come back. You know, I don't know. I think you want something really juicy and glamorous here. Okay, I would have to say, since David Bowie's gone, sadly, it would have to be Elton John
Oh, yes. You have
for
to catch him
sure.
at the right time before he goes to rock and roll heaven. I mean, after he
It would
performed his
have to
last
be.
show in Stockholm, you think that's going to be it. And word is that he may pop in on a Christmas special or two. So you could still catch him in a sense.
I mean, I have put this out there so many times about Elton. I think I told maybe told you this. This was like 2 years ago. After I wrote "Come and Get Me," I had a dream. I wrote a song with Elton called "Purple Buttons,"
Uh huh.
and I never used that lyric because I'm waiting for him. So I think like I'm calling it in, baby. I'm calling it in. Bingo, bingo, baby.
Bingo, baby. Bingo, baby. Hearts up, Elton. Hearts up. Bingo, baby.
Hearts
Yeah.
up. So that would be it. That would be it.
Hmm. Of course,
It
you
would,
mentioned some songs you did as classics and everything. What Elton John song would you collab as part of your mix and everything else?
like what song of his?
Right. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I love Sorry
Uh huh.
and Philadelphia.
Uh huh.
Those are my two favorites. I mean, everything he writes is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he did Sorry with Sorry seems to be the hardest word. He did that with Blue,
Uh huh.
and who I opened for this past summer. And if you see that video, if you get a chance, see that video of him singing that with them. It's pretty wild. And then of
Okay.
course I love that collab he has with Dua Lipa. Um, Cold Heart. That's incredible hearing the two of them sing it together. But I don't know if there's any songs left. You could do Philadelphia with me.
Oh yeah, that's one of my personal favorites. Yeah, it's like now I have to do my own searching. It's like, what would I do with Elton John? What would I sing with him? Now the story is, what song could you collaborate before he goes to rock and roll heaven? I guess that's the big
You
one
know,
right now. You can get a jump start on it. So
my dream would be to write a new song with him because I feel like I would just learn so much and it would be the ultimate, you know.
okay, well
Something to get
that
out there.
right, and that part we can cover, and you can come back in February. We'll talk more about that along with your works. In the meantime, where can we find your music at and your latest, Ashely?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And where can we find your works at?
Oh, if you go to ashpaulmusic.com, ASHPAUL music.com, I have my latest performances, some videos of my recent hits like Dance Together and Dance for Your Life and Hearts Up and Bingo Baby are all on there. And then there's links to my Spotify and to my Instagram and to my Ashely Paul Musician Facebook. which has some cool stuff too.
All right, well, certainly check that out. Once again, with the multi-talented Ashely Paul, Luv Foundation UK, and also coming up with the latest. That'll be coming up on the Mike Wagner Show. Ashely Paul, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you in soon. You're welcome to come back anytime. And once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
AshPaulMusic.com is a great place to find the links to all my music. Spotify, Ashely Paul musician page, my Instagram, official Ashely Paul, and you can stream my music on Spotify or Beatport, Google, Deezer, really anywhere that you like.
All right, we'll certainly check those out. Once again, Ashely, very big thank you for your time. It's great to have you on again. And you're always welcome anytime. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish you all the best. And Ashely, you definitely have a great future. Have you?
Thank you so much. Bingo, baby.